Hello Aries, I am Katie. Welcome to the channel. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It is your June love reading, and as always, take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Okay. I love hearing your comments about what stuff does resonate with you. So just let me know in the comments. Okay, so I'm starting off with two spirit animal cards, one that represents you and one that represents your love interest, okay? Whatever that looks like, whether it's a partner, someone you're dating, whatever that looks like. Okay, so for you, I got Rhino, which is telling me that there is some sort of obstacle that you have to overcome. I feel like for some of you, it's a thought process, it's a belief system about what love should look like. And I'm hearing that you need to be open to explore what love looks like to you. So instead of having this idea of how love looks like in rom-coms, it's just not that way for everybody. It's not that way for a lot of people. Relationships are work, and it's not how it's depicted in the movies. And so I'm not sure, that's for some of you definitely, but there's some obstacles. For some of you, I feel like there's some infidelity that has happened. And there's some trust going on. I'm not sure if that's with your current partner or a past partner. Maybe for some of you, it can be either. But there's definitely something that you're going through where you have to have a shift in your mindset. And it is definitely like a big obstacle that you're facing right now. Okay. For your partner's energy, I got Parrot, which this is all about how a parrot parrots, the parenting, parroting, not parent, parroting. They need to watch their words around you because you are being triggered. And again, I think it's because of this, the things surrounding this obstacle. And so be mindful of, how your partner is speaking to you, or this love interest, whoever it is. This could very well be a friend. Sometimes I feel like the energy can also be like the love that you have for a friend. It may not be romantic, but there's definitely someone who is saying things to you that are very triggering. And so you can be aware of that. And maybe when you are feeling triggered by that, that's a way for you to kind of unpack more about this obstacle and about this belief system and mindset that you have around your concept of love and relationship. Okay, let's kind of get into it a little bit more. I'm going to pull some from the Shaman deck here. I was looking at the Parrot card, and I feel like for a very few group of you, there are some of you that are with the Parrot, and the Parrot does not have good intentions, and they don't have good intentions. And so that very well could be playing into this obstacle because you're trying to change them and change the relationship and the dynamics. And I'm hearing walk away. That was shouted in my ear, walk away. Okay, so I want to get one more. There definitely needs to be a change that occurs. It can also be occurring because of this obstacle that you're facing, right? So we got Horseman, Herald, Change. I feel like you are needing to overcome this hang up that you have about relationships so that you can change the way you have relationships, okay? That wasn't very clear. When you can change your mindset and have a different understanding of what a relationship looks like, when you really can dive deep into what a relationship means to you and what it looks like to you, that is when a big change is going to occur, because there's going to be a shift within you where you are giving and receiving love in a different way because you've had this mind shift, right? You also need to get back to integrity. So for some of you, I feel like you have kind of lost yourself in this relationship, and you have lost I'm just going to say it how it is, the capacity to put up boundaries with your partner. And because of that, you haven't really been able to give to yourself. And so you're just feeling a lot of things because, one, you're not giving to yourself. It's a very one-sided relationship. And you also have this kind of, I hate to say skewed, but it is kind of this skewed concept of what a relationship truly is. And so you're being invited to really hone in on what that truly looks like for you. Think about a healthy relationship and all of the things that that entails, and kind of paint that new picture for yourself, right? So like in healthy relationship, there needs to be mutual respect and shared responsibilities, open and honest communication, trust, things of that nature. But I think it's really good for you to rediscover what a relationship means to you and how you want to function in a relationship, what role you play in a relationship, what part you play in a relationship, okay? There's definitely like, you have a certain wisdom about you. Like, I'm feeling like you're really wanting to like move forward with things and really advance this relationship, but you're kind of feeling stuck by this mindset, this obstacle, right? But you have the answers within you. You just need to dig deep and pull them out, because you've kind of, again, you've lost yourself in this relationship. And so you need to rediscover, again, getting like back to the integrity. Like there's this part where you bring more integrity to the relationship, but also where you bring your wisdom. Like, you know in your gut when it's a good relationship, when it feels good, when it's equal, and when it's not working out. And for some of you that are in long-term relationships, it's not necessarily this like you have to end the marriage or the relationship or whatever, but there needs to be a change that occurs. So whether you guys go to therapy together, counseling, whether you just sit down and have like a really good heart-to-heart, there needs to be a shift and a change here, because some of you are feeling like that. I keep hearing that 7-year itch. I always refer to it as like roommate mode, where you're not feeling romantic anymore. You're just kind of like coexisting. Okay, so let's kind of pull out some more to see where we need to take this. Again, I'm looking at the parrot. I keep going back to your partner's energy, and it says watch your words on it. And I didn't mention that, but I do think you need to watch your words in the sense that you need to be very clear about what the problem is, and be very clear about a particular solution or an idea that you want to present, and it doesn't have to be like black or white. You can say something like, well, I think we could do this. What do you think? And making it feel, when you're presenting this information to your partner, make it feel like they still have a voice and an opinion in the situation, if that feels right for you. For some of you, though, you just need to be like, it's got to be a tough conversation where you're just like, this ain't working for me anymore, and be very direct in the words that you use, okay? Let's do one more. Because I want you to remember, well, I'm getting told for you to remember that you can only control yourself. You can only control the way that you respond to your partner, but you cannot control your partner and the way that they respond. Okay, so make sure that you're remembering that, and do what's best for you. And then secondly, what's best for like the relationship. Okay. All blue. We had red up top and now we have blue. Okay. So this one is move into adventure. I feel like you have been in this space, in this relationship, where things have been very serious. You've been focusing so much on whatever this obstacle is. And again, I do feel like it's something within you, a mindset, an outlook, an idea, belief, but because you've been in that headspace, it's been very serious. And this, what is it called? Spirit of the River is asking you to come and be a little more playful and maybe go do something a little more adventurous. For some of you, I'm hearing by yourself, so that you can gain clarity on what this blockage is for you, this mindset, belief system. For some of you too, I'm hearing though, like, do something adventurous with your partner. And it doesn't have to be like this huge, big adventure. You don't necessarily have to plan a big trip. For some of you, it could be just going on a walk together and maybe making that a routine thing, right? Where you're designating time to get to know each other better, understand each other better. Even for some of you that are in long-term relationships, you need to dedicate time where you're checking in with that person. That's what it means by adventure, is creating time and space for the relationship to grow and change and just, grow into something else and kind of shift, right? When you're able to do that, sky's the limit. Like the relationship is going to go to a place where there's more trust between the two of you, because you're spending more time together, but it's quality time. It's where you're really showing up, and you expect them to show up too. It feels very like mutual. That's where you get into this energy where you can make that big change. I don't know why I said that big change. I just feel like there's like this shift that comes, like it's an energy shift where it starts to feel lighter and more exciting and hopeful. Okay, because it's felt a little stagnant. Okay, and then you have an opportunity now with this energy where it's feeling really good and hopeful, where you can kind of protect the future that you have with this person, whether you plan to marry this person, or you get engaged, or you've been together for a long time and you're planning a different stage of life. Like maybe you want to start a family, or maybe you're getting to the point where you want to retire. I don't know. But you get to this place where you are able to look at the future together and plan it together. And it feels very mutual and very open and trusting. Okay. Let's pull. I don't know, let's just keep going. I like this. I kind of want to see what you need to do to kind of overcome this mindset. I know that for some of you, it's like taking that adventure, but interesting. We got 2 swords. Okay, so first off, you need to have confidence in your magic. We all have light and darkness within us, right? We all have choices that we make. I'd never like the whole wrong versus right, but we all have choices, one side or the other. We make choices throughout our day, and you need to remember that you are capable of getting through this. You're capable of making the mind shift. You're capable of seeing your relationship in a different way and having it serve you in a different way. All right. And when you're able to do that, you can show up differently. The other one is a feast of plenty. And again, this is about choices, right? Choices and their consequences. So for some of you, you have to remember that your partner also makes choices and there are consequences. And sometimes you don't like the choices that they make, but you can still support them. You can still be a team member and still have a very functioning relationship, but you have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. There's a lot of you that this obstacle is, again, that you've lost yourself in the relationship. It's not that the relationship is bad, but it's that you have lost yourself in it. So how do you find yourself again? How do you find the magic? I think part of it is by choosing to find your magic, choosing yourself, choosing to give yourself love and care, right? It's constantly a balancing act. Like we all have people and responsibilities in our life, people that we take care of, and we tend to put them first, but we've got to also not necessarily put us first, but we've got to be someone on that list. You take care of, your kids, your spouse, your parents, your siblings, and me. You take care of, everything, so that that sounded funny, not me, you take care of you. You know what I meant. But you need to put yourself in that lineup and make sure that you're taking care of yourself and your needs just as much as you're taking care of your partner's needs, children, whatever that looks like, right? But since this is kind of a love reading, definitely there needs to be a give and take in this relationship. You need to give to yourself as much as you give to your partner. And the same on their end. They need to give to themselves as much as they give to you. Okay. So that's kind of what this one is. And when you're able to kind of come together, you can create this beautiful energy that exists between the two of you. And it makes it so that all of these things kind of come in place, which is so beautiful. Okay, Aries. Yeah, I feel like that's wrapped up. Let me know what you think. If you have questions, comments, just let me know below, and I hope to see you next time.